Hi, guys, and welcome to Episode 6 of What If Civilization Started Over. We did Africa last time. We have a bunch of little small countries over here. And I think let's do Asia today. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but your Episode 7 is going to be our craziest episode yet. And that could be for multiple reasons. War, this. It could be anything. But get ready for episode 7. Of course, if you haven't seen on my playlist, What If Civilization Started Over, has every single episode of the series. And so, if you want to watch it, you could do it there if you just now found this. Because you don't want to get spoiled. This map is a pretty big spoiler if you have not watched this ever. And so, this Sahara is not going to be touched for like 5 million episodes. Let's go to China. Let's say that it's getting very difficult to find colors now. Let's say that this country up here, just being the coldest and worst country on the... Like, how are you supposed to survive as this country? That's my real question. How is this country supposed to survive in society? I have no idea. It'll be a weak Russia. I'm now realizing that Moscow is like split between these 3 countries. It's probably in the blue country. These 3 right here are probably Moscow. And it's just he just kind of took it from everybody. It's kind of funny. Which means if these 2 were red and then orange, it would be a 3-point gap. I hate 3 points. Like, actually, I don't even notice them half the time. I could probably point out like 1 million of them. Oh my gosh. See, no, I probably would not have even noticed. That one's almost a 4-point gap. Well, you could technically. That's the closest you can get to a 4-point gap. Now that I'm seeing it, that looks extremely weird. Over here. Don't talk about over here. 3-point gap. 3-point gap. 3-point gap. 3-point gap. But that's the only way you can connect 3 countries. I'm just stupid. What am I doing? Let's say that this country, India, sends down because I've been doing nothing these last 3 minutes. Let's say that this purple country, after being the Himalaya mountains over here, do I care? No. People can just mountain on them. Have some fun, guys. Let's say that the blue country gets all of this land. So, they get all this. I know I touched the orange country. Let me fix that. The orange country is the most square country I've ever seen. I mean, triangle country I've ever seen. I'm even going to give them extra so they get less triangled. I'm going to bring them up just so they get less triangled. Seriously, I do not want a country to look triangled. I think I made it worse. But I don't want these countries to just be extending. We need new countries. So let's just say that the blue country goes too far. They take like all of this. And they went kind of too far for their own human beings. Like you're in Mongolia right now. You have Moscow as your farthest point. What is this? I'm actually saying the blue team has the worst borders I've ever seen. So I gotta get rid of them. Let's do a gray. Yeah, gray looks good. So this gray country breaks away from the blue country, and yes, I'm making the border look better. So that's why I'm giving them extra land. And so The little country, I hope you haven't been supporting them, because they're about to die really badly. Well, they're not going to die, but, I mean, I'm going to give them a pretty good amount of rebellions, just to fix whatever's over here. Well, I mean by a couple, I mean 2. Let's give a green team. Is that too close? No, that's fine. Let's just say that there's just 2 rebellions that went over here. They're kind of like the same rebellion, but they're not. That's not gonna be allowed, blue team. I don't know how that got there. Like, what? Now the blue team's small, I hope you've been supporting them, because now they're like the worst country in the world. Should I do... Okay. Let's move back to over here, as I'm going to make a new country. Don't ask me how it popped up, because I don't have a backstory anymore. I'm just going to add a new country. And you know what? They're going to have the same story as this country, even though they've been expanding. That they're stopping all the big nations, like India and stuff, from expanding. So them, the purple team, this one was trying to do that. They tried to form this, and then the dark blue team just kind of got kicked out. So basically just India. But them two misunderstood it, and they just started colonizing. So they have to do it for them. They actually did a good job. And for like 5 seconds, because I have to fix the border. Man. There you go. So there you go. That's just a country. And now I'm going to make another country that just randomly popped up. This one. I'm going to say the Vietnamese. And they are just like this team. And the Indians who don't want them to expand. So they cut them completely off. And all they're going to be is mainly just people over here. They're just going to be the Vietnamese people. Going to have that island. And there you go. Great country. And so let's make this black country look better on this border. By doing that. Still looks pretty bad. They're kind of just fat. So you gotta take some of that fat away. Is that too yellow? Yeah. Let me. Okay. That is the closest yellow I've ever seen. But there is a difference. There is a difference. And so I'm going to say that they'll break away. They'll break about that much land. Which means they do take away their border with this country. And bam. Cool. But you know, they don't care. They're going to expand. They expand more. And so my border that I made right there was kind of just useless. Kind of like that. And there you go. And so, I'm going to say that this country over here is kind of just like the most long country in the world. I'm just going to say they kind of just, they kind of just are the Russia. They're just weak Russia. I'm just going to call them weak Russia. That's their new name, weak Russia. And again, I've not done these names. Maybe when I get to 50 subscribers, I will add names. And I'll do it on live stream. Because I'm not going to be bothered. Oh my god, that's such a Russia. I gotta fix that. Oh my gosh, I don't see this country doing anything good. I'll keep it. What country would that be close to? Yeah, there's a pretty big difference, okay. And so, let's just say that this country just randomly pops up. It's probably from these two countries. And they're kind of going to be like this kind of like China. They're not even really touching China. Okay, never mind. They're going to be an island hopper. I'll say that they have part of the Japanese peninsula. Now I'm going to say this red can be... We're going to make a Korea. So if I want to. There we have a Korea. And they're going to be a bit of Japan. Japan's split in half. I'll give them this bay as well. Even though water doesn't really matter anymore. This country, even though they said no more expanding, they are expanding. So did this purple team that said no more expanding. What color is this purple? What color is this purple? What? Try that with purple. The one purple I haven't tried. And so they take all of this, and we're almost done. And so I'm going to say they actually take that. Let's say that this black country just kind of takes that. And then let's make a new country for the end of Asia as this one. So there you go. We did Asia. That was the entire goal. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And goodbye. Let me do this island. Is that the same color? Yeah, okay.